So the chance that you are going to break the game is approximately 100.
Greetings, traveler.
Season 5 has been announced. I will be playing in the pre-release event on Monday, and then on Tuesday the patch hit. The biggest change is that they will have Anomalies, which is a rule that applies to the whole lobby. Prudence, unspent gold carries over to your next turn. If you've saved at least 5, gain 1 extra. So this is basically TFT-esque, where you can have a bank. Now, I don't know how all that works in Hearthstone, but we're gonna find out. So this is interest. You can keep 5 gold in the bank. So don't touch that 5 gold and you'll gain 1 extra gold per turn. Does it stack every 5? I hope so, but the text indicates that it wouldn't, right? Unspent gold carries over to your next turn. If you've saved at least 5, gain 1 extra. That doesn't seem to give me much interpretation that the interest would go over 1. Anti-gravity stadium, minions in the tavern have their attack and health swapped. There's some weird strategies that will become viable here, and we'll see it at launch. This like I can't do like a super deep dive for all of these. Might of Khaz'goroth, at the end of turn, set your left and rightmost minions attack to the higher of the 2. So this is a little bit like the change quest, the ogre quest, but far more tame. So this is Deflectobot and Cleave that benefit a lot from this. Fortitude of Khaz'goroth, end of turn, set your left and rightmost minions health to the higher of the 2. I don't know if Upbeat is still in, we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty silly. Money match, start the game at 10 gold. So that's going to be a very fast game. There's not going to be a lot of turns in that game. Denathrius, Anima Reserves, all heroes are Sire Denathrius. That's Quest Bonanza. Uncompensated Upset. Start at 1 gold. Minions cost 1, but sell for 0. Upgrading the tavern costs 2 less. Okay, so you have 1 gold instead of 3. Minions cost 1 gold instead of 3, but you don't get anything for selling them. Which is fine because it's not like we break even now when we cycle minions, right? We buy them for 3, we sell it for 1. So you're still buying stuff way cheaper. Upgrading costs 2 less, so you start at 5. So on turn 2, it's going to be 2, so you can go 2 on 2 still. Tavern tier 7 exists. Start with 10 extra armor. So tier 7 minions have been announced. If you haven't seen them, feel free to just look ahead. There's a lot of stuff announced. At the start of your turn, choose from 2 new quest rewards. So that's basically the reward, the evidence quest we have right now, but you get that the whole game. All heroes are panda. Okay, bring in the buddies. Buddies are in the tavern. All right, there's gonna be 1,000,001 exceptions on that shit, because the way I'm reading that, it's definitely not gonna be without constrictions. There's no way it's just like, oh, every single buddy is available, right? There's going to be some obscene crossovers possible then, right? Where a certain hero getting a certain buddy from another. We'll see. Maybe they have nothing and it's like the Wild West. Oops, all ... This anomaly means that there's only neutrals and the type. So oops, all pirates means everybody pirates. If pirates are the pick, then Hogger is back in the game. Jesus, okay. Hogger, oh my god, that's going to be so specific, but that's going to be great for YouTube. We need a Hogger game day 1, chat. We need a Hogger game day 1. And you have some math changes with the pool to make sure you don't run out. Fair reward, increase a minion. Instead of a minion, triple rewards, discover a tier 1 Dark Moon prize, upgrades in 3 turns. So upgrades in 3 turns, I'm guessing it's going to just follow the normal flow of the game, where if you triple on turn 5, it'll be tier 2. So I'm guessing that's going to be how it is. I don't think you need to hold the prize for it to upgrade. Finicky Hourglass. Start the game at Tavern Tier 2. Let's see. On 7 gold, normally, the Tavern Tier is down to 4. So that's going to be on 6 gold instead now, right? Because you tiered 1 turn earlier. Pact Stance. Tavern always has 7 minions. That one seems a little bit more bland, but at the same time, it's just going to increase the chance to hit. So you're just going to see bigger warbands. First time you buy a minion each turn, get a copy of it. Wow, that's like Kurt on steroids. Okay, that's gonna be sick. Echoes of Argus. Your battle cries and death rattles trigger an extra time. This doesn't stack with Bran, I'm guessing. False Idols. You only need 2 copies to make it golden. Instead of a triple ward, get a coin. So it's Pilfered Lamps, but you don't discover. Sure. The first minion you buy each turn is free. Oh, man. Yeah, this is really going to reward the flexible players. So that's cool. Golden Arena. All minions are golden, but you don't get triple rewards. All right, so everything is golden. So it's just high power level. Additional anomalies will be added to the pool throughout the patch. When the anomalies are added to the pool, they have an increased appearance rate. So these aren't in yet, but they will be at some point. Only Tavern Tier 3, 4, 5, 6 exists. Oh, so 3 is 3. Oh no, 3 and 4 are double dipping. Okay. Wow. Wait, so what happens on Tavern Tier? What happens on turn 1? Like, it's just empty? You just have to tier? Everybody has to tier? No, you just start on tier 3, I guess. Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be a waste of a couple turns. Just imagine you have to sit there, wait until you can tier. Yeah, never mind. All right. So you probably start on Tavern Tier 3. Yeah, this is ambitious, right? So the chance that you are going to break the game is approximately 100. But that's fine. That's fine. This is super ambitious. There's going to be lots of things changing. At the start of the game, take 30 damage. Whenever another hero dies, gain 5 health. What? Dude, Terran Mana Saber could like 2-shot someone, right? Actually, you could do first blood on turn 1. Like you pick Gallywix, you have 5 HP, and then you fight Terran Mana Saber, and you get full value. So there's 4 tokens in the face, that's 5 damage. You can do first blood. First blood on turn 1. Oh boy. My prediction, right, for this game mode is that it's going to be insanely important which hero you get. Like, unbelievably important. Like, Yogg, premium type shit, right? Whack Toggle, S tier. Like, because she doesn't lose, right? You just get buffs. Like, Whack Toggle, S tier, Yogg, insane. Gallywix unplayable, Millhouse insane. Anything that wins early is insane all of a sudden. Because imagine if you don't get a good tempo hero and you just fucking die on turn 3, dude. Because obviously everyone else is max tempo the whole time. It's not like you can say, oh, but I mean, just play max tempo. Yeah, you and the 7 other people, my friend. It's just about who gets the better hero and who rolls better shops. Because you die on turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, yeah. So we'll see. We have to see when it hits, but this seems like so frustrating. I can just imagine losing 140 MMR in, 4 minutes. Wisdom of Ulduar, at the end of every 3 turns, set your rightmost minion's stats to 15. That's going to be like a race to cleave or the Flectobot, right? And then on the 4th turn, or, the 7th turn, you have a 15-15 cleave or the Flectobot. All right. After you upgrade the tavern, refresh it with minions of your most common type. After you upgrade the tavern, it will get refreshed without you having to roll. Okay. Wow. Play elementals, go to 5, hit trumpets and pop off. But we'll see. There's probably a lot of minions that are out. The way how we play the game will change anyway. Start with a Goldenizer that makes a friendly minion golden. So everybody's Reno. Okay. Fair. Everybody's Reno. That's essentially what this says, right? Perfected alchemy, everybody's Reno. But you get to not be Reno. You get to also have another hero power. Blood of Sargeras, at the start of your turn, set your hero's health to 12. So this means you are always on 12, right? Damage cap's 15, my dude. You heal to 12. Yeah, not when you take 12. How many... When in the game ever have you taken 12 damage, chat? Think back. That never happens. You never take 12 damage, right? That never fucking happens. When's the last time you took 12 damage? Come on now. Like, you could take 10 on turn 4. You could take 12 very early. You could take 12 off a Millhouse, right? In certain situations. Now, keep in mind, because everybody has this restriction, it's like balls to the walls tempo. After... probably some greeding, because there'll be some math, there'll be some equilibrium where you have to greet because you technically can't die and you take 0 damage. And then there is a point where you have to go full tempo because after that you'll die if you greet more. But it won't make sense to go like too tempo heavy early because you literally taken 0, right? Until the math is off and somebody actually kills you because it's like N'Zoth and they have an extra minion. You're like, no, I didn't count for that. Right? So, but whatever. There's going to be some formula to this particular thing where there's an ideal balance because you technically are invincible until it's possible to take 12, which is not very long, right? Like that shield won't last very long, but you technically do have a shield in the early game where you're taking 0 damage. All right. You cannot upgrade the tavern with gold. It upgrades itself every 2 turns. Oh, wow. That's so good for noobs. I don't have to think about when I tier. Hey, let's go. Let's just buy minions every turn. All right. Yeah, that's a very, very noob-friendly quest. Oh, my God. Something I don't have to think about? Let's go. Let's just buy minions, baby. All right. After you refresh 5 times, find a golden monkey. Wow, so everybody has an Elise? Okay. Oh my god, it's an Elise you never have to sell. Is Wraith still in? If Wraith is in, I hope Elementals are banned in that lobby because Wraith will be so dumb. And it's just about who hits Wraith then, right? All right, new hero. Yeah, we covered him already. So after you spend 65 gold, you get to get a tier 7 minion that you discovered up front. So it's like Phelan, but you only get the big boy. It's Phelan for Giga Chats. I don't need a tier 2 and a tier 4. Just give me the 7. Carriol nerfed. Kurt buffed? Oh my god, dude. People really suck with Kurt, huh? Okay. I guess that's because quests are done, but I don't know, man. This seems broken. What? Buying 3 minions is not that hard. Oh, you don't choose. You don't choose. Okay, never mind. Trash. All right. It's not trash. It's just different, right? It's more like Gallywix-esque, right? Where you just get money. And sometimes you get lucky, right? But you can't force 2 Peggies or something. Okay. So it's a nerf. Never mind. I didn't read. Reading, lul. Oozling Gladiator. Sure, so this is just like tempo. That's pretty good. Yeah, you can distribute the buffs wherever you want. 5/6, give a minion taunt. It is already a taunt, remove it. All right. That's a 5/6 for... Yeah, they'll probably nerf the stats. 5/6 seems a little dumb. I guess they remove Sparring Partner for this, right? I don't think you want Sparring Partner in this in the game. Give a minion 1/1 for each type you control. Oh, Mug. Yeah, kind of like Mug, where you want... But it's a tier 3, not a tier 2. And it's better than Mug because you can focus the stats on a shield. Fairy Tale Caroler. If you lost your last combat, give your other minions 2/1. Oh my god. Yeah, that's so good because it's a battle cry, right? Yeah, that's a really good swing mechanic. Man, you're going to curse when somebody loses and then they're super strong because they hit 2 of these. Like, that's going to be dumb, right? Somebody loses the combat, they went to 4 early, and then they roll 2 of these guys. Pop, pop. Play with Bran later. Free Flying Feathermane. After a friendly beast dies, summon this from the hand. Why does that sound like Banana didn't get removed? This sounds like a Banana support mechanic. After a friendly beast dies, summon this from the hand for this combat only. I can't think why this is in the game if Banana's not in the game, so... God damn it. Tier 6. It's a 7/6. Whenever this attacks, deal damage equal to its attack to another... Oh my god, no. How do you pump this? Just normal, right? Gems and shit, yeah. Ah, this will be frustrating as hell, dude. Why does it have to be another random enemy minion? It needs to be predictable. I feel like, okay, this is just gonna mean like, okay, do they snipe my Baron or not? I don't know, where am I putting my Baron? Positioning doesn't fucking matter. They'll just hit a random minion, right? So, all right. So I don't love that. I don't love that they just introduced something where like, wow, we'll see. We'll see. Combat is not random enough right now. Let's throw some more randomness into it. To be fair, you're going to hear mostly criticisms because the game itself is very good. I don't do that enough, right? Because obviously I play the game, you know, every day for years. So it's easier to spot stuff that you're saying, oh, no, right? So But yeah, overall, the fact that they are even undertaking this whole anomaly thing is insane, right? So I'll give credit where credit is due. Like the whole patch, it's very ballsy in the good way, where I like that they take risks, because even if things are too strong, too weak, etc., you can still tinker afterwards. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Gladiator, Divine Shield. Whenever you cast a spell, gain 1 attack. Okay. Sure. That's like Naga Deflect, though. Like, not really, but, you know, it's nice support for Nagas. Dagger Spine Thrasher. Oh, it's per type. These are just all Nagas? No. Oh, these were beasts. Yeah, okay. So these were beasts. These are Nagas. Whenever you cast a spell, gain Divine Shield, Wind Fury, Venom. So this, like, Queen, you just keep casting spells and then you get all of it. Sure. Seems like they want to help out Nagas, right? These are both very nice. Strong tier 3 for Nagas then, but only if you have an engine. You need to have Spellcraft ready. Briarback Bookie, tier 2 Coolbore. It's a 3/4. That's a good stat line. If you have unspent gold, get 2 gems. Oh, wow. Unspent gold in the early game is pretty punishing, but essentially bacon costs you 2 gold right now, right? So it's like 1 gold for a bacon. So that's not, there's absolutely applications for this. You just have to figure out how early you want to start floating gold. So anytime you can cycle Scout or something, you can already float gold. But probably on 8 gold, right, is the first turn. Assuming you have 0 cycle mechanics, probably on 8 gold is the first turn you start floating. Mercules, 5 attack, 2 health. Whenever this kills a minion, give a minion in your hand 2/2. That's a 2-drop. Okay. Wow. Turn 3, double Mercules. Let's go. Yeah, great name. Great name. They're good with that. Turn 5, you can float golds. That is true. That is true. You wouldn't want to, but you can. If you have a strong 1-drop and then you get Bookie and you float 2, that works. That is very true. 6/5. Battlecry, give Murloc 1/1. Improved for each Battlecry you've played. Okay. That's like a great APM pickup in the end game. Jesus. Okay. I'm assuming Brand's still in. Yeah. 3/5. If you have unspent gold at the end of your turn, this sells for 2 more. Oh, wow. That's some math stuff. For sure. Let's see. We need to see if there's constraints here, right? Does it stack? Is it permanent? Does it only last for 1 turn, right? From the wording, I would assume that it stacks. Yeah, there's definitely some silly stuff with this. If you can get 2 of this on 8 gold, and then you just tempo a little bit behind it, you can probably just go from tier 4 straight to 6. Hunter of Gatherers. After this gains attack, your minions get 1 health. Tier 5, sure. That is a really cool Menagerie card as well, because it says minions, not dragons. This is a built-in Whelp Smuggler. It's conditional, of course, right? But if you get this running, it's insane. How good something is in the full engine rarely really matters that much. It has to be good enough in enough different situations. But yeah, just picking this up. Give attack, you gain health. It is a 3/6 for 2. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Definitely want to play around with this a bit. Oh, yeah. It says give your minions, not your other minions. Whoa. Okay. It buffs itself. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting enough to play around with for sure. Immune while attacking. What a kick W minion. Well, that's going to get frustrating in the end game as well. Somebody has 2 warp wings and you just can't snipe them. It's kind of like Baby Crush, right? Where you're just hoping you hit the Baby Crush. But if you have warp wings and the rest is taunted, that's really annoying. When you refresh, gain 1 health. I mean, that's a strong minion to buy. It's just you don't refresh that early, but we'll see. Give all other minions 1/1 Battlecry. That's such a nice thing to pick up when you're just branning, right? You're just branning around, rolling for shit. That's just such an easy buy where your whole board goes. It's like Strong Shell, right? But your shit doesn't need to be taunted. Not quite as good, but still nice. 5 attack, 3 health. Give an elemental 1/1, improved by each refresh. Yeah, so this really matters. Like, is Wraith still in or not, right? We'll see. Whether this is good or not depends on whether Wraith is in the game. Start of turn, summon a copy of this minion. Elemental, okay. Combined with Nagas, if you can glow scale this is basically Evil Twin, right? So if you know how to play Evil Twin, then this minion is nice. If it's immune, does it retain Divine Shields? It should. Yes, Divine Shield only goes if you save at least 1 damage. 2 attack, 3 health. Whenever you magnetize, give 1/1. Okay. It's just magnetic support. Whenever this is attacked, it shifts its stats to survive with 1 HP. Yeah, this is one of those weird minions you just have to see in action. It respects venomous poison. If it's going to take damage from a minion with one of those effects, it will not shift stats. Okay. So shifting the stats it says survive with 1 HP, but if you're not gonna get lethal, then obviously it just survives with whatever then right now. Oh my god. So you just have this thing taunted in the back and you just throw a shit ton of buffs on it and you just hope, right? But yeah, Leroy and stuff. Okay. I can see this being quite frustrating when tripled into. So essentially, its attack is its health. Gain taunt and reborn, sure. Undead have extra attack equal to the tier. It's just like undead stuff, sure. Let's high tempo here, because that applies to himself, right? Yeah. This feels weird. Avenge 4. Gain taunt and reborn. Oh, but it comes back untaunted. So 4 things die. This becomes taunted and reborn. Then it dies. And then it starts counting again. Oh, right. So you have a shit ton of tokens and this is in the back. Okay, yeah, I can see this being pretty dumb. So all you need is 7 sentries on your board, right? Like 5 sentries and a bunch of tokens. Hands, 2 hands and then 5 sentries. That could be potentially broken when you set it up properly. Your undead have +1 attack for the rest of the game. Avenge 2, yeah. Okay, so that's like a Nubarak, but can obviously go nuts if you have a proper setup. This is a tier 1. Give a minion death rattle, summon a 2/2 crab. Sure, I'm not gonna try to find a use for everything, like read into it so badly, but it's a tier 1 spellcraft. It seems good, by the way, like giving something death rattle, like early on. Choose a minion of a type, add it to the tavern. Sure, I'm gonna speed up, right? It's taking too long. Get more gems, seems good. Dreadbeard, at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to your hero, get a gold coin. Gold coin is just, yeah. So this is like the money pirate, but yeah, okay, it's a demon pirate. That seems really fun, okay. Peckish Feldrake. Consume 3 minions in the tavern, gain their stats. Wow. Okay, so that's battle cry. So with Bran, you take the whole tavern, right? There's some shenanigans here for sure. Manaroth Venom. After this kills a minion and it survives, gain its maximum Wow. Okay. The thing is, it has to live. So how big could you reasonably kill something though, right? But this is going to be dumb if you take it and then you're able to make this large, because then you can kill another fatty and then take the stats. It's like you heal, right? But it's an undead demon. That's not too easy. Give it Divine Shield. Oh, you're right. Give it Divine Shield. Yeah, Divine Shield on this sounds dumb. Mechanized Gift Horse. Summon 2 mech horses with death rattle. Summon a 1/1 mech pony. All right, so this is like token heaven. So it summons 2 2/2s who then summon 1/1s as well. So that's just tokens all the way down. Stomper and all the avenge stuff. Transmuted Bramble Witch. When this attacks, set the defender's stats to 3/3. Oh, Elemental Quillbore. So that's basically Leroy. Man, making large taunts is not going to be good. So that minion to untaunt, because you already have the Manaroth and you have this thing, right? That shits on big taunts. So untaunting your shit is quite good. So Taunted Divine Shields are really good already. Just reading these two, like Taunt Divine Shield. Small Taunt Shields. Right, yeah. Relentless Murgul. Venomous. Avenge 4, gain Reborn. Oh, Lord. I don't know how, but I'm going to make some people rage playing 2 of these in the back. I'm looking at it, but this is some premium scam potential. Because it's the same thing. It gains Reborns with Venom, and it still has the Avenge Force text. However, that's the tough one, right? The tough one is you're going to have to... It's not really going to proc more than once unless you just get giga lucky. Okay. But still, if you can make Venom Reborn, like, this is like super good for scam. Tier 7 minions. All right. You guys ready for this? We're going over to tier 7 minions. Braggart, we know. Not going to spend much time on that. King Varian. 9 attack, 9 health. Whenever you sell this, discover 2 tier 6 minions. Okay. Sure. That seems pretty sweet to get a combo going. Moira Bronzebeard, your battle cries and death raggles trigger twice. Okay, so that doesn't stack with Bran. But that does stack with Titus, right? Titus Rivendare says your death rattles trigger an extra time. So that's Bran and Titus in the same card. Papa Bear we've already seen. Summon 3 Mama Bears. I hate it. Thanks. Minions in the Tavern F +10/+10. Okay. Yeah, just good for consume mechanics and all that. Recurring Nightmare. Give a friendly minion undead death rattle. Summon a recurring nightmare. So you put this first, and then it's kind of like frogs, but it can't jump to a recurring nightmare. Can it jump to different recurring nightmares? Give a different friendly undead. Does that language mean that the undead cannot have the name recurring nightmare? It just means it can't go to itself. So I can play frog undead. So recurring nightmare dies, goes on a different minion. I have Titus on the board. 2 minions. So 1 minion can hold 3 nightmares. The 3 nightmares pop out. Then the nightmare can go onto a different nightmare with Titus again. So then again, 2 nightmares come out. It's not exponential stats like Leapers. That doesn't really matter because you have to keep in mind what you see now is a 5/5. What I see is an undead token with 40 damage. You don't need very long. You don't need to multiply very often to kill almost any other board, right? Like if your tokens deal 40 damage straight off the bat. If you account for the way undeads buff their tokens, and this can jump to another nightmare, that's an insane endgame, right? With Titus. Well, it's tier 7. I guess it's supposed to be busted. It's supposed to be busted, right? Tier 7, sure. Battlecry, make a friendly minion golden. Aha! I see. It's supposed to be busted. All right, we shall be moving on. I should have just read this first, and then everything else made more sense, right? It's like, okay, make another friendly minion golden, sure. Let's move on then. All right, so the tier 7s are supposed to be stupid. Poison, when this attacks and kills a minion, give its maximum stats to a minion in your hand. Wow. Okay, yeah, they're supposed to be stupid. And it's poison, it's not venom. Oh, it works with shields. Poison's back. Poison's back. Poison's back. Let's go. So you just divine shield this sucker, and then you kill your whole opponent's board with this 1 minion, and then your Bream counter has, 2,000 health because you killed an upstart with the Oracle. Granite Guardian. Whenever this is attacked, reduce the attacker's health to 1. Oh, Gar's not messing around. Gar is back with a vengeance, baby. He's like, I have low damage, I don't give a shit. Anything that attacks me only has 1 health. Okay. Man, the tier 7s are dumb, but that's normal, I guess. You're not supposed to get tier 7s, right? Spellcraft, choose a different minion in the tavern to get a copy off. Spellcraft. Okay, sure. Again, right? It's supposed to be... This might not even be that stupid just because it's low in tempo compared to some of the other stuff we've seen, where the other stuff is just instant power, right? Whereas this is just, yeah, it's insane value, but how late in the game is it when you get your tier 7? And then after that, how much time do you have to take advantage of this? Because the fact that it's Spellcraft is really good because you can do it every turn, but it's tier 7, so how much time do you realistically have left to milk this thing, right? Because it's pretty bad in the combat. It's a 4/5 and it just gives you value, so... like the Oracle, the Insta Golden, like all of these, right, are just like more tempo straight away. Braggart, Discover 2 straight away. So we'll see. We'll see. You can get Zesty. Yeah. How do you get to tier 7? There is an anomaly that says that tier 7's in the game. So you won't be seeing these guys too often unless there's different... I mean, they will want to make use of these cards more than just that one anomaly, right? So there's a new hero. The new hero gets tier 7s, and the anomaly. Are there any other ways? Obsidian Ravager, 4 attack, 4 health. Whenever this attacks, deal damage equal to its attack to the target and adjacent minion. It says adjacent, and adjacent minion. Okay. And the golden one is both. Sure. Whenever this attacks, deal damage equal to its attack. Wait, does that mean that it doesn't do combat? Does that mean that this like just deals the damage and then checks if it's alive? And if it's alive, then it does combat? Or because that's kind of what it sounds like. So this technically doesn't take damage if it one-shots whoever it's attacking. But again, it's a tier 7. It starts as a 4/4. How long do we realistically have to pump this, right? So I am the eternal pragmatist when it comes to this. Like I look at stuff and be like, okay, how likely are you going to be able to actually use this? If I have the choice between a 4/4 that I have to then start pumping versus a Murloc that comes out with poison immediately, and when it attacks, I steal the stats to a minion in my hands. That's that's already good when it comes down, and then the next turn I get giga value already because I got extra stats. Whereas Obsidian Ravager, it's like, okay, you have a 4/4, it's late in the game, now you have to start buffing it. But one Uther, and then we deal 15/15, and then we attack, right? So this has more potential, I would say, because it's obviously giga toxic when you can just kill stuff without actually doing combat, but it's slower. So yeah, you kind of need Uther to kickstart it. The Boommobile. Yeah, talking about tempo, right? Magnetic, Reborn, Divine Shield, Taunt, Wind Fury. They ran out of space to jam more keywords. Otherwise, it would be more keywords. No, this is Ziliax, right? No, Ziliax had Lifesteal. There's no Lifesteal on here. Ziliax didn't have... No, Ziliax had everything, right? Just had Lifesteal as well. All right, well, this is, yeah, Giga Tempo. Just get it on a Fur Reaper. Sanguine Champion, Battlecry, and Death Rattle. Your blood gems give an extra 1/1 this game. I mean, yeah, I mean, we know what that does, right? So if you have Bran and shit, if you have Titus, if you have Moira with this guy, then yeah. But again, is it fast enough, right? Amalgadon. There's no changes here? Dong is back, baby. The following 49 minions have been removed from the pool. Banana, 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 banana. No. Sparring Partner, Spawn, Stoneborn, Harbinger, Blue Shell, Yashiraj, Lightfang, Ratpack, Brute, Pufferquill, Prophet of the Boar. You made this card so fun to play with. Gem Splitter, alright. It was fun. Flutes, sure, whatever. Plague Tidewalker. Yeah, they moved my Scam to tier 6, right? Damn it. But I guess if Queen is still in, then you have two of these. Ring Matron, Taragosa, Sanctum Rester. Oh my god. Dragons are getting a big change. No Tarek, no Nadina. No promo, yeah, sure. No Drakisath. Molten Rock, Felamental, sure. Upbeat Upstart, Magmalock, Cyclone. No Smogger. A Noyo Troop? Well, that was a short stay. Harvest Golem, Mechadraxis. Alright. No Wind Fury Foe Reaper, but I guess you can do it the other way now. Wargear? Sure. Grease Spot? Sure. Ghoul of the Feast. Syllabones? No! Syllabones! It was so fun. Radio Star, Mini Mermy, Thorn Captain, Snail, Thorncaller, Backstage Security, Bootlegger, no! But they got the Pirate, the Undead one now, right? Or the Demon one, yeah. Battlemaster out. Oh my god, okay. Battlemaster out. Colossus out. Hyena out. Cyborg Drake. Another Dragonhead. Manted Queen. No! 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 I want more Scam, not less. Alright. Bone Mare out. Scrapsmith out. Mistake out. Alright, chat. Make your jokes. Make your jokes. They removed Mistake. Tavern Tempest, sure. That's an iconic elemental though. But they did keep Wraith. They did keep Wraith. I'm going to look at the return minions in just a moment. I want to look at the elementals. So this is instead of Tempest. So less cycle shit. I don't know how I feel about that. Tempest was such an iconic card. The following 12 minions have returned to the pool. Reef Explorer, my boy, is back. People thought this card was trash when it came out. And I was playing with it for like a full 2 months before like the general, obviously at high level, the very high level people, they adapt very quickly, right? So I'm not saying I was the first, but the general perception of this card was that it was trash. It wasn't a very specific meta where people weren't playing with Bran. It was like, dude, Reef Explorer Bran is still really dumb. So Reef Explorer discovers a minion of a type that you don't have. So you can kind of like, you can push it into a certain type. Like you can put stuff on the board that you don't want to explore. And you can like force into Murloc and then get Primal Fins and shit, right, with Bran. Elise is back. Okay, Elise was good for the game. Well, is that true? Maybe not. Elise was very influential to the game. Mithrax is back again. This is really Reddit will have that joke with Mo throwing the Mithrax out of the bar, like, haha, that will do it. And then the Mithrax is back. Hey, because this card has been removed and added like 4 or 5 times already. Bannerboar is back. That's nice. Flat Tusk is back. Whoa, wait, what? Flat Tusk? I want to see how they change her, if they change her. Man, it's been a long time since we've seen Flat Tusk. Floating Watcher. Oh god, there was a whole meta that revolved around this one card. It was silly. All right. Razorgore. All right. How unexciting, but poor Razorgore. Dracosath was so much more fun. Party Elemental. Tank. Oh, Buster is back. Thank god. Oh, Mech needs that. Like, Golden Titus was so sad without Buster. Now, if you have a Golden Titus, you can always play Buster. With Mexen, of course. A tank is a stupid tempo card. I'm going to see if they change it at all. But tank was a stupid tempo card back in the day. There was a whole tournament which was just about how do I get tank the fastest. Like the Hearthstone Global Invitational or something like that. Like the team event. That was the patch where tank was OP. So like the whole tournament was just get tank and get it fast. You would just buy Avenge minions like tokens to prepare for tank. I'll explain what it does if it's not here. All right, this is the Mechano tank. Avenge 2, deal 5 damage to the highest health enemy minion. This was Avenge 2, deal 6 when it's released. And it may have had 4 health or something, I don't know. But that might not seem like insane if you haven't played with it. But just imagine that you get this on 8 gold or 9 gold. And then you have like 2 Risen Riders. So it's like guaranteed to proc twice. So you can just deal 5 to somebody's Nest Matron, right? Because it's like 9 gold. People don't have much more than 5 HP, right? Sometimes 5 HP is your highest HP when you put the Matron in the back. And then the tank just goes, kill the Matron. It's so dumb. It's very, very frustrating. So, yeah. No, but you had the Acolyte of Cthulhu, I think, right? So you just play Acolyte of Cthulhu, which is essentially Risen Rider. Amalgam, sure. Faceless Disciple. Wait, is that the Joker card? That's a Joker card, right? Oh, no, that's not the Joker card. Okay, never mind. It's the 6/4. It's still good. It's the Evolve card. Yeah. There was kind of a Joker card that would count for triples, or you could just buy it and then triple anything. All right. Yeah, but so Faces is still very specific card. Still it makes tier 3 way stronger when this card is in. Death Rattle is summon a Golden Eternal Knight instead of 2. Okay. That's worse. It doesn't get the aura buff twice though. It's a nerf, right? It's a nerf. Yeah, it doesn't get the aura buff twice. It doesn't scale it. It's a nerf. But how often do you make Golden Summoner anyway? Sometimes it's a buff, right? If you just need the tempo and you weren't gonna get full value, but for the most part, it's a nerf, I'd say. So if you have no undead aura buff, it's better. But how often do you have no undead aura buff? After you play a Murloc, give 2 other friendly minions plus 1 HP. Oh, so it can buff itself now. All right, I don't give a shit. Honcho used to be plus 2 HP, right? It still sucks. Bagurgle, 6-3-2-2, 6-4-2-3. Oh, Bagurgle buff. Okay. I guess you just have to do that. It's kind of like inflation, stat inflation, right? 2-2 was falling off. Power creep, yeah. Murkai, man, that's a lot of text. All right. Oh, it's because of 2 types, right? At the end of your turn, adjacent minions trigger their battle cries. What? It's a nerf, no death rattle. It's a nerf if you're keeping it on your board. The vast majority of Bagurgles get cycled. It's a bit weaker earlier, but who gives a shit, right? Most of my Bagurgles don't stay on the board, so overall it's okay. Well, maybe overall it's a nerf just because sometimes you tripled into it and it's fine, but how often when you're cycling Murlocs do you really keep a Gurgle on your board, right? Wow, this is disgusting. Now, what the fuck? Young Murkai is like Snickersnack now, right? It's basically just Snickersnack. You get Snickersnack. It's before you would only get one, now you get both. So it's like you get the quest online. Okay. Party Elemental. After you play an elemental, give a friendly elemental other than it. Oh, thank God. Thank God. No longer cycling droplets. Like, that feeling when you play 5 elementals and only one of them actually buffed your guy because the 5 things you played buffed themselves. Fuck that. All right. That's good. That's good. Bring back Rag. Change it. All right. Wildfire. This is a text-only change with no functional update. All right. Skip. Doesn't matter. If it doesn't change how it's played, then yeah. The first spellcraft cast here is permanent. The first spellcraft enchantment is permanent. So that's just so that you don't, yeah, you don't like, sure. You don't like waste it, whatever. It's not really a functional change. Tier 4, sure. Bannerboard was really strong on 3. Whirlotron, copy a different friendly minion's death rattles. Yeah, this is so you can't loop. This is so you can't loop with Snickersnack, right? Or anything, right? Yeah, sure. Armor ranges, I'm not looking at that. I'm sorry. All right, are we done? I think we're done. All right. Whew. What a patch, dude. So tomorrow we will do this again, but I will do it with Collins then for the podcast. So if you want to have a more in-depth review discussion type, it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow we record it, and then it'll be pushed to the respective platforms, so you can check it out on YouTube if you like, but also Spotify or Apple, just wherever you get your podcasts. Look for the HSBG podcast if you're interested at all in discussions about the meta.